Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Ashley and this is Martin Midlife Misadventures and it's Friday morning. It's Flour It Up Day. I want to make a treat for Amy, but I don't want to feed her gluten, so I'm going to make some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. We're going to use Bob's Red Mill chickpea flour. And let me tell you, these cookies, any cookies that you use chickpea flour for, they come out amazing. Are you ready to make some gluten-free cookies? Let's get started. For our ingredients, we're going to need 2 eggs, 3/4 a cup to a cup of chocolate chip, any kind of chips, dried fruit, nuts, anything you prefer in your cookies. I'm using these because it's just the last of a bag I have. We're going to need a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1½ cups of chickpea flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. This is regular baking soda I have in here. And I'm using coconut oil for this. I started to melt it just a little bit because I want it to cool down but yet be liquid when we make the cookies, okay? If you do not have coconut oil, you can use your oil of choice, or you could use butter or margarine. We're going to need a dash of salt, and that actually goes on the top of the cookies. We need a teaspoon of vanilla and 2 eggs. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to get the wet ingredients mixed. We're starting with the wet ingredients, and I've got a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I've already added 1 of my eggs. Here is the other eggs. In this bowl here, I have the melted oil, and I added my vanilla. But I'm going to mix up these 2 items first because we really want to make sure we don't end up with any kind of scrambled eggs. So we want to get those mixed in really good with the sugar. Now we'll dump in our oil and our vanilla and mix it really well. See how it's thickening? Now I have our chickpea flour, 1½ cups of chickpea flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to dump it in and mix it up. It's a little harder to stir than regular cookie dough. Just get it incorporated as best you can. And now at this point, you just put in your add-ins. In our case, it's going to be just chocolate chips. I'm not going to measure them because it's just the last of the bag we have. And I'm sure it's about a 1/2 cup to 3/4 a cup. But you put as much as you like in. Let me get my pan with a little parchment paper on it and make sure your oven's preheated to 350 degrees. Alright, this is my last one. I've just been scooping them. I'm probably going to get at least a dozen, if not more. Oh, it's sticking! How funny. Alright, so what we want to do now with these, because they rise a little different, is just pat them down. Just a little, not a lot. Just a little. Now, I'm gonna use sea salt for this, just a sprinkle. A little sprinkle on top. That's all we gotta do. Into the oven, 8 to 10 minutes. It is right at the 8-minute mark, and these are definitely finished. I have another set right here, ready to go in. Our second batch is done, looking good. And I've got the third batch. Looks like we're going to end up with 17 total cookies. Let's take a look. I have one on a plate so we can have Amy take a test. Look at the leavening on these. They really puffed up with that simple 1/2 teaspoon of the baking soda. But I have one right here for Amy to test. Let's give it to her. Okay, look what I have for you.
It smells so good. Look at how pretty it is. Okay, here we go.
Gluten-free, better for your belly.
Mmm. Ooh, that's good.
It's good, huh?
That is good. You could make these all the time.
Yeah. Let's see inside. Looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
Mm-hmm.
But the flour's a little nuttier, huh?
It is. It's a little bit nuttier. Mmm.
And that's why it's great for cookies. Delicious.
And that little bit of salt on top.
Uh-huh.
Man, that's good.
Yeah?
Mmm. Good job.
Right on. All right, friends, how about those cookies? I ate one. They're so good. They're so, so good. They stay a little soft in the center, crispy on the outside. That teeny tiny little bit of salt on top really just gives a little something special to these cookies. And you can, like I said, you can put any mixings in these. And did you see the rise on them? They're big. And I just use that melted coconut oil. So there are ways to make ourselves delicious homemade treats without them being completely unhealthy for us. All right, everybody, I hope you'll give these cookies a try and leave us some suggestions for gluten-free products that you like to use in your baking. Thank you all so much for watching, and we're going to be talking to you really soon. God bless you.